It means so much to see members of our community come together to talk about something that affects our keiki: access to free, nutritious school meals, regardless of whether a child has money in their meal account or not.
Growing up, I was one of the children who relied on free lunch at school. My mother, who is now sober, and she's been sober for 9 years, was battling alcoholism while I was growing up, and it was a constant struggle. And I think we need to remember that children do not choose the circumstances that they are born into. They do not choose the families they are born into or the financial struggles that their parents may face. And every child deserves the right to a full stomach and the opportunity to learn without distraction or fear of being left out.
The funds required to give every student free meals would total only in the tens of millions, and to put that in scale, that would only be about 1% of the DOE budget. It is a negligible amount of money for a world of good.
I sent out surveys to my district in Kaneohe, and one of the survey questions was, do you support universal school meals for kids? Only about half of the people who responded said yes. There is this perception out there that this money, if we give everyone a free school meal, it would go to these families that can afford it. Me personally, I can't think of a better way to target families for relief that need it the most than working families with kids in public schools. But that is not necessarily the perception out there. So we need everyone in the community to start changing that perception. And I encourage you to try to attack this problem from as many different angles as you can.
We committed for this to be our #1 priority this year. We're just a handful, but we really need all of you. We need your continued voices, this collective movement to keep going to help us push this through the finish line.
Looking at the faces in the crowd, I am so thankful that you care about my children. And because you care about my children, I will also care about your children and your children's children.
The next step is to make sure Senate Bill 1300 gets scheduled and passes through the House Finance Committee. To do that, all of you who have already submitted testimony, we're going to need your encouragement to keep going to get that bill heard and get that bill through committee. When you have a hearing called, as I've learned this session, you only have 48 hours to get your testimony in and get ready. Please, what you can do to help out is follow us on social media. Appleseed always shares out the links for testimony or how to stay involved. And sign up for our action alerts to help stay up to date. I am so grateful that you're here caring, standing up for our communities, because when we feed our children, we strengthen our schools, we strengthen our communities, and we have a brighter future, so let's get to work.
Hungry kids can't learn. I know this as a parent, I know this as a former student. We have to do everything we can to be that lifeline right now. So I am so proud that I was able to get back here in time to be surrounded by such amazing advocates. Thank you, mahalo, for being that lifeline for our keiki.